Thank you so much, everyone. I am supposed to talk only in 3 minutes, but in my country, in 24 hours, they killed 40,000 people in Iran. And I am here at the United Nations while the killers are walking here. I saw them with expensive Gucci bags. I saw them with expensive brands walking here at the United Nations. And this is the right time. UN Watch invited me. I'm very thankful, but I am going to talk the truth. United Nations is a sad joke. Ironically, I was invited by the US government recently to testify at the National Security Council at the United Nations. And I said that the Secretary General of United Nations stand with dictators. Here, I'm going to ask you 3 steps that they took, and I will ask you whether they stand with dictators or with the victims. As Hilal mentioned, this should be the United Nations stand with the victims. 3 steps. First, the Secretary General of United Nations send a congratulation letter to Islamic Republic for the anniversary of this murderous regime. You tell me, do they stand with dictators or the victims? The victims are here, these 2 women. One of them lost her eye because the Revolutionary Guard shot her in her eye, Kosar. One of them carried a bullet on her arm, Sima. Do they stand with them? No, we have only 3 minutes. But the killers have everything here. Second step, Afsaneh Nadipur. How ironic. Now she's in charge. The woman who was in charge to oppress women in my country now is in charge to monitor women's rights globally. This is not an insult to Iranian. This is an insult to all of you living in democratic countries. This is a slap on your face because they are in charge to make sure that your human rights, your basic rights, is being respected by your government. A representative from a murderous regime is in charge to take care of you all in Europe. And third, they invited IRGC, thanks to the UN, thanks to the, can I show the signature? Thanks to, 300,000 signature, ordinary people, they canceled IRGC, but instead, they invite this person, Gharib Abadi, who actually in the negotiation table with the United States of America in the West stole the pen. This is the character, low-class killers. And now, 7 days. In 7 days, he is going to give a talk at the United Nations. I want Geneva to hear the voice of Iranians. Right now, after killing 40,000 people, they storm into hospitals. They're finishing off the injured ones. They're arresting doctors and nurses. They put the political prisoners on the death row. They're executing them. I want to ask Geneva to host a peace conference. Invite the opposition from Iran. Invite the leaders of Europe. Invite the leaders from European country and free world here to talk about an Iran without the Islamic Republic. I know my time is over, 3 minutes, but I'm going to show you something. The West waited too long. That doesn't call you Islamophobic if you treat ISIS the way that deserve to be. Yes. And the West waited too long. Too long. When I was fighting against compulsory hijab, they were like, oh, this is Islamophobic. Oh no, we have to respect others' culture. All the female politicians from West, they went to my country, they bowed the compulsory hijab from Sweden, Netherlands, Germany, France, from everywhere. High representative of Europe. They waited too long until Mahsa Amini got killed. Suddenly, they realized, oh, this is not their culture. They started to cut their hair to show their solidarity with us. Stop cutting your hair. Cut your ties with our killers. And second, they waited too long to designate Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. After 7 years, after America did that, suddenly, 7 years later, they decided to designate Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organization. Shame. 7 years, waited, and now 40,000 people have been killed. Now the time has come to understand. Don't wait that long. They call this reformist. That's why they keep the doors of diplomacy open when it comes to Rouhani. He killed 1,500 people. You call them reformist, we call them killer. Pezeshkian, he is not reformist. Under his regime, 40,000 people have been killed. When I see my sister standing here, my sister with bullets in their body, being blinded standing here, I feel ashamed that I am alive. I don't carry the bullet. How come Europeans do not feel ashamed by calling these people reformists? They are ISIS. Kick them out from your country and stand with the victims, not dictators. I know I had only 3 minutes. I'm going to leave Geneva forever. You can kick me out forever, but I couldn't keep silent because I feel the guilt on my shoulder. I don't know how to save my people with empty hand. I cannot sometimes sleep. I cannot breathe. I cannot even eat because I feel guilty. I cannot believe how come the leaders of European countries do not feel guilty by shaking the hand of those Islamic Republic officials full of blood. Shame on you. And thank you so much, UN Watch. Sorry, I talk a lot, but I need you to promise me that we're going to stand together, all of us, with my brother in Venezuela, my sister from Belarus. I need you all to stand with us and help my people in Iran. We have to stop the massacre and kick these fucking killers from Europe, from everywhere. Thank you so much.